Hi, I'm Anthony Swa, the director of the film Organic Rising. Recently, the documentary screened at EcoFarm in Asolimar, California, one of the largest annual organic gatherings in the country. It was sponsored by the Real Organic Project and CCOF, California Certified Organic Farmers. Just before the screening, those two organizations held a public discussion on the labeling of hydroponic organics. Hydroponic agriculture is when a plant is not grown in soil and given a liquid feed to supply its nutrients. As of today, hydroponic produce such as Driscoll berries and Wholesome Harvest tomatoes are able to share the exact same label as a product grown in soil. The consumer has no way of distinguishing between those two products in the market. During the discussion, the CEO of CCOF, Kelly Damewood, reiterated her 2017 stance to label hydroponic produce differently to soil-grown produce, but labeled USDA organic. Linley Dixon of the Real Organic Project, representing over 1,000 organic soil farmers from across the country, expressed their position that the organic label should strictly adhere to the National Organic Program's regulations and allow only produce grown in soil to use the USDA organic label. Damewood presented certain crops not grown in soil, such as microgreens, starts, mushrooms, and anything grown on a rooftop farm, as a gray area. Dixon responded that these products have already been identified as hydroponic or not by the European Union, Japan, and other countries. For her, these products are not in a gray area. The room then opened for questions from local organic farmers. The general consensus was that for the sake of the consumer, hydroponic produce should have a different and identifiable label. It was an emotional and intense discussion from which no solution was reached.
It's not how we conceived it.
Organic Rising, which primarily represents consumers, feels that either solution is better and more transparent than what we currently have. During most Q&As that follow Organic Rising screenings across the country, the hydroponic issue does come up. The overwhelming majority of viewers would like to see hydroponic produce identified. We have three choices. Number one, hydroponic produce is labeled the same as soil-grown produce without any identification or transparency. This is what we have now. Number two, label hydroponic with a similar but different label that identifies it as hydroponic and organic. Number three, only soil-grown produce can use the USDA National Organic Label. This also protects small-scale soil farms from competing with large-scale hydroponic operations. Every consumer voice is important in this discussion.